And we're back. Sorry if my uploads have been a bit sporadic lately. I'm on these new sleeping pills and they're kind of making me tired the whole day, so it's hard to record. Following the directions Mako had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay en route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived at the place where Machiko had fallen into the river. They say that a cautious fox is worth two, so we made it past the river without further ado. So, according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead. My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, the gate standing at the top. Oh no, what could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why has she called us, I wonder? You're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches. Now that would be truly wonderful, but it is no use guessing. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following my wake. One was mimicking my own bold steps, while the other followed with small, slow paces. Come on, Onisima, why don't we make a game of it? To take your mind off of it, we could play Hop Along Dandy. What the heck is that? Hop Ha. Mako-chan. The spunky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step into command, then switched the other girl. The panic that had almost set in had seemingly vanished as Machiko continued the silly little game with her sister. The two soon reached the top of the steps, and a voice I could have sworn I had heard somewhere before resounded in the air. How adorable, Mako-chan hasn't changed a bit in all those years, still hopping around on my doorstep like a bunny. Eh. At the sound of the voice, Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. The one responsible for Machiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, their tails sweeping back and forth through the air. And Machi-tan, I'm so delighted to see you again. It's been a while since we last played. Have you been well? Hi, Tsu-chan. We were playing a really fun game just now. Hello, Tsuyi-sama. We are doing well, thank you. It did look like a very cute game. Then again, it might have been because the two really cute girls are playing it. Still, I'm surprised you didn't enjoy them, human. Couldn't keep up with their steps? No, I was more interested in meeting you than playing some game. How unfortunate. To ignore the appeal that games hold, it isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious or worrisome attitude. Isn't that right, dear Machi-chan? That's not fair, Tsu-chan. Takani didn't know the rules, and it wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway. If he learns how to play, I'm sure he'll join in next time. It's not, healthy? The girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself. Michael's right. Takakun has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault. I'm just teasing him, dearest. There's no need to get so worked up, but I'm glad that you're all here. One thing surprises me, however. What is it? The fact that your precious Takakun is here with you. Doesn't that strike you both as odd, a human like him being so friendly with spirits? The last time I recall seeing such a thing was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind? That's the guards from the village. They arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine. I swear, he's just a nice human. He seems to be, not from around here, though. You need not take offense, my dear. I simply find it rather fascinating to see a human defend a spirit. I'm well aware that he is not from the village. I take little interest in the close-minded humans of this realm, so your assumptions are correct. The boy is not a being of this world. And yet he might end up playing an important role, whether he likes it or not. I already told Mako-chan and Machiko-chan this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd like to get back to my own world. For some reason, why would you want to go back to your own world? This seems like a pretty good place to live to me. Oh, this is why. I have an important tournament to prepare for. What's more important? Cute fox girls or a tournament? I would go with the first one. Alright, your upcoming battle. Let's take this discussion inside, shall we? We will await your return, Takakun. Seeming like the sisters can no longer accompany me, feeling nervous, my steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside. Here we are, the place of our very first conversation. I guess now would be a good time to introduce myself. My name is Tyrie. Just like your two companions out there, I am one of the spirits that inhabit this realm. You're different from them, aren't you? How observant of you. That's not even observant. Yes, there's a difference between myself and the other spirits. Spirits abide by a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher their standing. Then again, strength is often associated with experience. So what, you're saying that you're an ancient being or something? No, I wouldn't go that far, Tucky. Oh, it's rude you question a girl's age. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return to your own world. And you're gonna send me back? Great. No, I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities. Hold on, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place? Oh, I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here. During our conversation, I did mention this place was special, didn't I? Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she had said before. This is a place like no other. That's right, having spent time with the fox spirits, you likely already know that there's magic in this world. However, it's not as though Mako-chan herself possesses said magic, rather her body is simply able to connect with it. That sounds a bit complicated. Bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine like this: the magic within this world flow through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw on the mana flowing from these gates. Different term for these people is mana receivers. So you're also drawing on this magic? Huh, no, my boy, I am not borrowing the magic of this realm. I'm powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, this shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes. And why can't you use that magic to send me back? Because it's not the magic that brought you here. It's the magic of the shrine, or rather the world itself, that pulled you into this realm. So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever? Oh, not forever. You simply need to carry out the will of the world. Oh, great. You're saying this world has a will of its own now, and how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do? That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given was quite a harsh one. Now don't tell me I have to collect wedding sashes and marry Machi-chan in the process. You wish. Teasing aside, this region is having its fair share of problems. Spirits and humans have lived apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this. No, spirits have a world of their own. Yes, but that realm has started to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here. Unfortunately, this happened before the more powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done. Does that mean that Machiko-san and Mako-chan they don't belong in this world, although neither of them likely realize this. They were much like human toddlers when they first arrived in this world. I slowly start to understand the reason why the fox spirits and villagers are on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you had never heard of suddenly showed up at your doorstep. Is that why there's so much tension between them and the villagers? I'm afraid the Fox sisters became the victims of a misunderstanding. You see, Machi-chan and Mako-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others, which is causing things to escalate. You mean there are other fox spirits? Okay, I need a drink, hold on. Not fox spirits, but other spirits that are sent into this realm, just like the sisters, but unfortunately they were sent rather far from here. While Machi-chan and Mako-chan were close enough for me to take care of them, the others weren't so lucky. What do you mean, something happened to them? Along with Mako-chan and Machi-chan, four other spirits were sent here when the worlds briefly merged. Unlike the Fox sisters, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result they grew rather spoiled and wild. So what you're saying is, spirits going wild sound like a recipe for trouble? Yes, they grew oblivious to the ways of the way human society worked, and their behavior made humans mistake them for monsters. Even now, those girls and their games are mistaken for acts of violence, and as a result, tension arose between spirits and humans. So Machiko-san and Mako-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits? You could say that, yes. Then why didn't you try and stop them? Because I can't leave this forest. I'm the guardian spirit of this shrine. I cannot leave my domain. I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits served. Could I have had something to do with finding my way back home? Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here? Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problems between the spirits and humans. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon. An opportunity? I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest towards the village. If you can convince Machi-chan and Mako-chan to help you protect the villagers might be willing to accept them. No, that did make sense. If Machiko and Mako were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for the panties incident. Do you think it'll work? Only time will tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit causes any more damage. Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside, trying to think of how I could convince Mechiko and Mako to help save the village. Surely they would be better off known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubt that the sisters held feelings of fondness towards the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the two girls. I wonder how he'll solve the challenge set before him. I found Machiko and Mako talking near the steps leading back into the forest. The two girls looked like they were playing a game similar to hopscotch on the wide shrine steps. It was time for me to figure out how to convince the girls. Takakun, is everything alright? You look worried. Tsuri told me something interesting. Ooh, what was it? Did she tell you only someone's bust size? Mako. Oh. Nothing like that. And even if she offered, I would have said no. I'm a gentleman after all. But yeah, she told me some recent events, and I think I found a way to get you both accepted by the village. Wait, what? Now what did she tell you? She has not told us a thing. No, she didn't go into too many details. She just told me that some wild spirits caused a lot of trouble for the villagers and gave you guys a bad reputation. If we can convince the villagers that the other spirits are just playing, maybe we can figure out a way to protect them. And if you show up to help, maybe they'll warm up to you. Yay, that'll work for sure. Tsuten and Takani are so smart. Whoa, wait. Michael, calm down. Takani, there's no way the villagers will accept us that easily. Even if we convince their elder, the two guards will never forgive us for our theft. I firmly believe that it's better to try something and fail than regret not having tried. I mean, those girls would probably be upset, but maybe they would be more willing to listen to your story if we were to save the village. Yeah, it's better to try something and fail than regret not having tried, but won't you be sad if you fail despite having tried so hard? Well, it'll only hurt if I fail. Nothing is ever set in stone, so it never hurts to try. While I was rather certain this idea would work, I knew I first had to convince the girls with the amount of confidence my tone carried. I was hopeful that it was only a matter of time before Machiko would begin to consider it. I'm not so sure, Takakun. Do you really want to face the wrath of Mio head-on? If it's for the sake of my friends, sure, and if we're lucky, she'll finally show the Dele side of her. I'm up for it. I want to play with the people in the village. I want to be able to eat the delicious smelling foods and learn all about them. And what about you, Machiko-san? Don't you want to be able to walk around without the constant fear of being chased down by angry villagers? This could be the only chance we have. I suppose. With both of you being so enthusiastic, I do not have much of a choice in the matter. It would be nice to be able to buy sake from the human world. Spirit sake is rather bland. And it's the spirit. We should hurry to the village then. Very well, Takakun. Meanwhile in the village, ... The two guards who had just returned from patrolling the area found their village in uproar. Chaos reigned supreme as villagers fled their homes, screaming about some monster that appeared at the marketplace. Armed with their weapons, the two rushed off to deal with the threat. Another attack this so soon? First those crafty foxes sneak in twice, and now this? Hikage reported. What was it this time? Several shop owners report seeing the same girl enter into shops, take food, and eat it without paying. Oh man. Afterwards she seemed to turn see-through and melt away. She was reported nearby, but how could one girl cause this much havoc? Those useless guardsmen. Hikage, come with me. We will deal with this one girl ourselves. I don't know if I can. What do you mean? Oh, a spirit, right down with me. I need you to ensure that no one gets near. I'm trusting you with this. Much to the relief of Narumi, the katana-wielding girl approached the nearby shop, which had a crowd of people gathered around it. Devious monster, show yourself this instant. Surrender yourself and I might let you go free. However, the moment she tried to enter the building, a large pink mass surged outwards, knocking her back onto the ground. Mia. In the shadow of a nearby building, a figure could be seen wrestling about. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a girl seemingly occupied downing several bottles of sake before she dropped them and turned to look at the person who had interrupted her. When she finally moved into the light, it became clear that she wasn't a villager, but a girl covered in slime from head to toe. Spill that tasty drink, because you surprised me. Now I'm a sad, okay. What the? You are not welcome here, spirit. You have caused chaos, and that tasty drink, as you said, was not yours. You are a thief and a nuisance. Leave immediately. I'm not a thief. What's a nuisance? You just try and act like a smarty pants because I don't know those fancy words. Typical. It means you are bothered. You do not belong here. Lie, the forest is my home, and this place is a part of the forest. Therefore, I am not a thief. Everything in the forest belongs to me and my sisters, including you. What do you mean? Don't try anything funny, spirit. I have fought against your kind before, and I still stand strong here today. Hikage, evacuate the people. Seems like the human girl wants to play. Let's not belittle my ability to defend this village. The girl lunged forward with her katana drawn and slashed through the spirit's body. However, the part that sliced through sealed up almost as quickly, rendering the attack completely ineffective. That tickles. With the sword stuck inside the slime girl's body, the spirit quickly lashed forward, spraying several jets of slimy substance at the female guard, who soon discovered that our clothes began to melt away. Okay. Let's see how confident you are without your sword. And clothes. Humming the last part with childish playfulness, the slime girl pushed the swordsman down to the grass. The slime that had been splattered onto her started to harden, causing her to stick to the ground. Okay. You know, whoops. Why in the world did it go back like that? There. Okay. What the? Let me go, cheater, devious fiend. You're the one who tried to use a sword against me. Don't you know that girls like me can easily afford such things? Besides, this way I can continue eating in peace. Now be a good girl and stay here while I grab some more yummies. Never, I will not rest until you've been vanquished. Damn you. It's useless. Once my slime hardens, a puny human like you won't be able to break out of it, especially when it was powerless without a sharp stick. I assure you I am more than just a monkey with a sharp stick. You will never break my stamina. You will not make me sound. Mio struggled, clenching her fists in an effort to try and free herself. The slime cracked here and there, but nothing indicated it was ready to yield. Yes, you're a stuck monkey, but you're kind of loud. It's giving me a headache. The slime girl playfully tapped her forehead as Mio continued her desperate attempts to break free. Just answer me this. Why do you spirits target us? You could go anywhere. You could spend your days hidden deep within your forest, and then you constantly attack us, constantly throw our lives around like they were nothing. But the forest is boring. There isn't anyone around to play with aside from my sisters. You humans are such a curious bunch, but it's no fun when you all raise your swords, torches, and pitchforks whenever we visit. You know what else isn't fun? Having to rebuild our homes every time you visit. We do not want our lives ruined every time you're feeling bored and wish to play. We're not toys, you monster. We are humans, proud and wise, strong beings with souls and minds. We will not stand by idly as you terrorize our people. You know, I'm not too sure you're about pride and strength. You do realize that if it wasn't for my slime, you'd be giving the villagers a show they wouldn't soon forget, would you? Don't you? Nah, that's not... You're the one who... My clothes are... that's not important right now. But if it wasn't for this ghoul, I would still have my clothes on. Fiend monster bratty little thing. Oh, so you want me to ruin my slime? I guess you are kind of annoying with your nagging at all. Maybe I need to punish you a bit. The slime girl smiled mischievously as the slime that covered the girl started to compress, almost painfully so. This is nothing compared to what this village has had to endure. I only came by to get some yummies. You're the one who decided to make a show out of it. You took from many shops without paying for it. Actually, maybe I should wrap you up in a cocoon and drag you back to my home. Then I won't have to visit the village to play with someone. If that is what it takes, I would do anything to protect this village and the people, and if you promise me that you will not return to the village, then... you aren't exactly in any position to make demands. Stop, you can't go in there. There they are, Mako-chan. Go, use your magic. Right. Sound of running footsteps came from the crowd, and suddenly the slime girl felt her body growing warmer, small flame sparks seemingly floating around her body, causing her body to slowly melt. At the same time, from amidst the crowd, three figures appeared to keep the slime girl from her prey, two flock spirits, one muttering an incantation of sorts, while the other was holding some sort of ritualistic staff. Trailing behind them was the Naginata-wielding guard, accompanied by a young man. Please don't be someone trying to help. I don't want to have to stop you. If you think you can save Mio, then okay, just know that if any funny business goes down, I'll chop your head clean off. Or rather, I hope the girls know what they're doing. Sakura, what are you doing here? You fox. While the slime girl was being distracted by the fox spirits, I ran over to Mio's side, using all my strength to pull the slime that covered her. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl was clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful, like getting rid of this damn slime. Ah, Machiko, is he coming to play as well? Well, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly. Miko, keep up the good work. No, Sakura, I've not come here to play. You are a fool, a bubble-brained moron. Why are you harassing the villagers? If you wanted food, you know you could have just come to the mansion. Meaning, Machiko, you can't tell me what to do, not to mention the food from the village is tastier than the fruit at your place. Besides, I just wanted to play with him a bit. Then they started screaming, and this monkey girl with his sharp stick tried to scare me away. I'll not stand for these insults, just wait until I'm free. Well, there's some, the spell is almost done. If I keep going on, it might. Just a little more. Little one, Sakura, I do not wish for this to end this way. You know what will happen if make the spells allowed to continue. You might get stuck in your midget form for a long time, but I'm certain you do not want that. Leave this village, please. You're gonna melt me? That's unfair. My sisters won't be happy to hear Machiko and Mako sided with these silly humans when all I wanted was to have some fun. I'll be back. And with those words, the slime girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. Once the slime girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio. However, as the slime shattered into millions of tiny pieces, Mio was left without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes. Don't you dare look at me. Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. With the slime girl gone, the villagers turned towards the fog spirits with confused gazes. Tension in the air was thick, no one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takeyoka, even if the circumstances could have been better. What are you saying, Elder? This man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits. Wait a second, these girls just wanted to help. Listen, my head hurts. It's okay, dear, I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you, and so will Taku-kun. It's a trap. Silence, how dare you act with such hostility towards those who just saved your lives. The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness of the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden. It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions, Takeyoka-kun. I must ask you to forgive the people of their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between spirits and humans have been rather problematic at best. I understand the concern, but will you at least hear me out? Very well, if that is what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped save the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say. I'll go find her, Oji-sama. Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me the chance to carry out my plan, we waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private where Machiko could tend to Mako without the villagers looking at it on contempt. How many times am I going to have to say it? I am sorry. I froze, okay? I panicked. They're sort of stronger than my Naginata. What was I going to accomplish by? That is unacceptable. I will reprimand. What are those creatures doing here? Elder Sama, this is highly unorthodox. She's highly unorthodox. Maiko-san. These are our guests, Tsukino-dono. You shall treat them with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. That is an order. I understand, Elder Sama. First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. While Tsukino-dono's brave attempt to stop the girl allowed us to prevent further damage, I fear that her fate would have been much worse had the spirit's been allowed to continue its rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Tsukino-dono and the village, Takeyoka, and you as well, Fox Spirits. No problem, Tsutan told us to do it. Besides, Sakura has stupid, smelly, meaty pants. Is that what she actually said? Yes, it is. We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder-sama. Narumi-chan, Tsukino-dono. Thank you, Mako-chan, Machiko-chan. You really helped us out there. You got more guts than me. The girl had me terrified. Have you not considered they might be working together with that monster, and this is all just a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left? The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it. Mio, you seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits. If those three had joined forces, there would possibly have been no village left to defend. The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful. We would not stand a chance at all if all spirits would conspire against us. Don't need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them. Elder Sama, you must understand due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with a spirit, not after everything they've done to us, but for now I will send to at least remain silent on the matter. There's more at stake here than my personal feud. Know this, Fox Spirits, if I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster. There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takeyoka, you mentioned you want to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit sister today. Actually, what I'm about to tell is something I learned directly from her. You mean you met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitude towards humans, and it doesn't strike you as odd there are only spirits in this particular area. It is true that there's been no spirit sightings outside this region, but what does that have to do with us? It has something to do with this region, apparently. You see, the spirits here aren't from this world. Now, you mean to say... Taku-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but surely we are of this world. I said, Mom, what does that mean? Tsuyu told me that you probably wouldn't remember it because of how young you were when it happened. But spirits have a world of their own. Some accidents cause both worlds to merge temporarily. Then why aren't there more spirits around? The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits being trapped here. Machiko-san, Machiko-chan, 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think she willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Tsuhi for a while, don't you? Oh, that's none of your business. Tsu-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to. What about these 4 other spirits? Even though she's a powerful spirit, Tsuhi has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. I don't know what to say. I need a moment. Might use another room to compose myself. I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on, Machiko-chan, Machiko-san, this way. When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I decided to turn my focus back onto the conversation. Now about the panty theft. Right, they did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own. It was a simple mistake. I needed a maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that it was something other than the silky thing girls wear? It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew what maiden silk is another term for a wedding sash. Innocent, huh? If they really thought that, then they could have just used their own. That's where you're wrong, and so I don't have any. You too. I think we should move on to a different matter. Yeah, moving on to, you suggest that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured that maybe you would make us a sash. Why would you need such an item? Silly man, I already told you I need it for a spell. Mako-chan, this guy's a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Mako-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm. Why would she desire such power? Imagine being stuck far away from this village. You don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're in a place you don't know, with beings unlike anything you've seen before. Now let's say you had a power that would let you go anywhere you want. Where would you go? Are you saying that, yes, even if they weren't aware of it, they must have subconsciously felt they were different from you, they only wanted to go home. Kinda. I guess I just wanted to cast a spell to see what would happen. Tsu-chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did, and since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell. And I think it's normal, Mako-chan. Whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place they can call their own. A place where they are accepted for who they are, isn't that right, Elder-sama? But you accept me for who I am, don't you, Takani? I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Surely not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them all evil. For a moment I saw the Elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room Narumi and Machiko had moved to, and his gaze softened. Unfortunately, some of us have suffered quite a lot at the hands of spirits. It will take time for people to come to terms with these feelings, Takeyo-kun. I'm gonna end it there. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.